All right, guys, we're live. See if anybody actually logs on or not. But I'm just going to kind of go through real quickly, wrap up of prejudging. So we just finished up New York Bikini Pro prejudging. I see Jennifer back there. I'm like, I see your feet in my screen. So I'm like, as I'm going like this, I'm like, oh, there's your foot. Okay. Anyway, so to me, it's pretty clear that well, before we talk about bikini, let's talk about wellness real quick. This was an interesting wellness lineup. Last week, it was very, very clear that Elisa was going to win it. This week, I'm not so sure. Giselle came back tighter from the back. Still not quite tight enough, but Elisa was a little bit too tight. So I'm curious to see how they do this and who's going to actually win this, because if they go with more conditioning, that's going to be Elisa. If they go with a little bit softer, they're going to go with Giselle. So Giselle was markedly improved from last week, but she's still not quite tight enough from the back. And on the other side of that, Elisa was a little bit overdone. She had like you could see like the cords in her hamstrings. That's how conditioned she was. With bikini, it's pretty clear that Amy's in the first place position. I don't think that's really a surprise. We all kind of knew that, but she did do a couple things different this show. She came in with straight hair, which I actually liked. I thought it streamlined her quite a bit, and she stood up. She stood up in her front pose. So that was what she mentioned she was going to do differently at this show. She was going to do her front pose a little bit differently. She wasn't going to sit and push into it as much, and she was going to stand up taller. The whole thing, the way she did it, actually streamlined her physique quite a bit, and it looked very different. So that's how much posing can make a difference. So I am curious to see what they think, if they like this look better than what she did at Pittsburgh or not. From the back, she was right on. Nothing really surprising about that. You know what I mean? And then it looks like Sharon is in the second place position. Sharon, to me, like she's really close, but there's just still something missing there. I felt like she didn't have quite the stage presence this time that she's had in the past. That was just me watching it. I just felt like there was just a little bit of oomph missing, right? But with that said, I still think she's in the second place position. I think her posing was better. I think when she came out for the initial call outs or initial looks, she was bending over in her back pose, and she ended up standing up when she came out for her individual and for the comparisons, which was a lot better. When she bent over, it actually flattened her glutes. So, standing up taller definitely helped that. Lisa looks to be in either third or fourth. I think she's a little bit too dense from the front and then not as dense from the back. So the balance is a little bit off there. And then her hair was too long. It's a little bit messy. Her makeup was a little bit off, really bright lips and dark eyes. I saw a lot of really bad makeup at this show. Really bad makeup at this show. Suit was a little bit orangey, and the suit cut was not flattering. So as far as Lisa, I would change a lot of the presentation stuff. Her posing was off too. Again, she's European competitor. So when we're talking about European competitors, they come in, they do stuff a little bit wonky in comparison to the US standards, and those were all the things that she needs to work on in order to do better over here in the States. Emmy looks to be in third or fourth. She's in there, her and Lisa are battling for third and fourth. Emmy, her package, I felt like was a lot improved from Wasatch. I felt like she was a lot more confident. Her posing was a lot better as far as streamlined and all of that kind of stuff too. In general, I think she just needs more glutes. I don't know if I would put any more muscle on her other than her glutes. So when you're standing next to somebody like Amy, who has some of the fullest glutes in the game, it really highlights where you need to add that size. So for her, that's the only thing I would really do. I do think this was a better package than what she put on stage in Wasatch, so that was a good thing. And then it's just a matter of whatever her feedback is going from here. But again, it was a beautiful package, and she was a lot more confident. Now, some other notes. Val was better, I felt like, at this show than at Pittsburgh. but she's still a little soft. Like, I think it's just like this layer that needs to come off of her. Her tan was a lot better here than it was in Pittsburgh. But it's just like a film, and you can see a little bit of a indentation on her lower back from like just a little bit of, I think it's fat, you know, I think she needs to pull down a little bit more, but it's hard because if she pulls down much more, she's going to be too lean. So it's just like, it's just a hair. So, we got some random spam comment. That's cool. I don't know what that's all about. Let's report. And I don't know. We're just going to say that. Report. Bye. Okay, got rid of that comment. So anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We've got a few people on here. If you wanna ask any questions, I'll leave it open for a minute or two. You know, once you got outside of that top four, it really wasn't very competitive anymore. There was a lot of girls that just need a lot of things, you know, physique things, presentation things, all that kind of stuff. If you listen to my, yeah, bye, John, right? Exactly. Random spam comment, whatever that was. So if you listen to my commentary on Spotify, you'll hear I talked about all the things. And this was the case for wellness too. There were a lot of girls in wellness that were really off on a lot of their presentation stuff. And it was just weird. Like a lot of really bad tans, a lot of really bad hair and makeup, a lot of really bad suits. Like these are things that should be on lock when you're getting on a pro stage, you know what I mean? So, so I talked about Val. I was just talking about her a second ago. And I'm looking at my own makeup as we're talking here, and I'm like, I had swiped off part of my makeup on top, so don't listen to me on the makeup aspect. But with that said, you know, the real competition is between the top 2, 3, 4 people in both wellness and in bikini. Outside of that, it was like a little wah, you know, so, which is interesting. Usually New York is incredibly competitive, and it's just kind of wasn't this year. It's just you had your top girls and that was it. Yes, Val definitely needs more conditioning. Like I said, she was a little soft. So, like I said, it's pretty clear Amy's going to walk away with the win tonight, in my opinion. On wellness, it could be either or, Giselle or Elisa. We'll just see. I mean, the men's open was actually a lot of fun. The whole place was packed out for men's open, and I think that that Nick Walker made a big turnaround from Pittsburgh, and I don't really see him losing tonight. Martin pushed him. Martin looked good, but I don't think Martin's going to take it from Nick. So, let's see. I think that's it, though. I just wanted to go live real quick. I'm going to eat, go do some cardio. Finals starts at 5, so you can check in for that. I won't be going live at finals, or I won't be doing Spotify at finals because they just come out and do awards. So they move it real quick at finals here. So that's it. I hope you guys have had a good Saturday so far, and we'll see how it goes tonight. Bye, guys.